turn of the century, man and machine became better acquainted. However, there were times when a lasting relationship seemed unlikely. Today, man seems able to accomplish the impossible using machines that have become increasingly more complex. Our story is about the creative use of these sophisticated tools by the pharmacy department of Group Health Cooperative of Puget Sound. The demands placed on the modern pharmacy have never been greater. The need to better serve the patient is graphically shown by these National Institute of Health statistics. Drug interactions are responsible for 1.5 million hospital admissions in the United States annually. And in 1972, the cost of hospitalization due to adverse drug reactions was $1 billion. The demands for growth will place a tremendous strain on present pharmacy systems. As Group Health's membership continues to climb toward a projected 375,000 persons in 1980, new office space will be needed for added paperwork and personnel. Creating adequate space, which even now is at a premium, will soon become a critical problem. Of course, the pressures felt here in the pharmacy are passed on to the warehouse, where greater demands of inventory control must be met. Maintaining adequate stock without overstocking will require even more paperwork, even more employees. Another demand now being faced is the pending legislation requiring the maintenance of patient medication profiles. A manual patient profile system implemented this year would require 26 additional employees. These demands could partially be met by spending many more dollars for increased space and personnel. But there is a more promising alternative, a system that better serves the patient while costing less to operate. Working together, Group Health Cooperative and IBM have developed an exciting new system that is unique in the world. At its heart, a Series 370 computer. The patient's first contact with the computer system comes soon after he or she enters the pharmacy. After checking the prescription for correct information, the pharmacist hands it to an operator seated at a CRT terminal. The operator first enters the member number and drug code. The system then verifies that this is a valid member and a formulary drug. It also reports whether the patient's known condition precludes issuing the drug, whether the patient is allergic to the drug, and whether any drug issued to this patient in the last 90 days would interact with this new prescription. If this medication has been issued previously, the date last issued also appears on the screen. To complete the process, the operator then enters the quantity, the doctor's number, a signature code which corresponds to the special instructions for this drug, the number of refills allowed, and the number of labels required. Other information regarding child-resistant containers, number of days until refill, and present diagnosis may also be entered. The system then computes whether this drug is covered, and if not, what the cost will be. If all information on the screen is correct, the operator then enters the pharmacist ID number and the label is printed. If the drug to be issued will cause a Class 1 or life-threatening interaction, the system will not allow the process to be completed until the pharmacist and the prescribing physician have made direct contact and the computer override has been activated. A Class 2 interaction will not stop the process, but the pharmacist will be notified and will take appropriate action for the patient's well-being. Not only does the computer system better serve the patient, but there are significant savings of time realized as well. This efficiency is most obvious when a prescription is refilled, which at present is a time-consuming process. average length of time to refill a prescription is 3 minutes, 52 seconds. Much of that time is spent retrieving information, a task the computer can do in an instant. To refill a prescription, the operator simply enters the prescription number. The computer then displays the original prescription information, having once again made checks for allergies and drug interactions. If there are no changes required, a new label is printed. There is much more to this system than what meets the eye. Stored in the computer's memory are inventory levels of every medication in every pharmacy location. These levels are updated with each prescription, and the stock is automatically replenished. This means faster turnover, lower inventory, and better overall inventory controls. The resulting dollar savings are obvious. The patient medication profile, also stored in the computer, is vital to the operation of the system. This history of each medication dispensed to each patient is invaluable for the automatic allergy and drug interaction checks. While it provides a wealth of planning and research data, the profile also satisfies legal requirements for maintenance of a patient medication history. Another important use of this profile is in the emergency room, where CRT terminals can be located. The staff will then have instant access to drug histories, thereby reducing potential drug interactions, allergies, abuses, and liabilities. We've seen but a few of the benefits of this advanced system. There are, of course, many more, and they touch on several different departments within group health. For example, automated third-party pharmacy billings assist credit and collections. Drug utilization review is of importance to the medical staff, and medication scheduling benefits the nurses. The list goes on and on. But now it's time we answered some questions.
Is this system compatible with the lab?
The need for compatibility with other systems, particularly medical records, accounting, and the laboratory, has been recognized since the project began, and the pharmacy system has been built with this in mind.
Is it cost justified?
The cost benefits derived from automating inventory control, filling and refilling prescriptions, and the maintenance of patient profiles in themselves cost justify the entire system.
What happens if the power goes off?
Well, we've even thought of that.